Okay. We're recording.
All right, what's up, everyone? All right, this is something I was really debating to record and to post since yesterday and all night and this morning. But honestly, it's something that I really want to address. So for everybody that's out there, make sure you know your families, your kids, whoever the case may be. Rock with them hard. Families, don't come. Not everybody can be family, but so I'm going to talk about a little bit about me and my family. You see, the reason why I was debating making this is because, and there's a lot of things I won't say. I mean, I ain't got no shame. I need help. Uh, but there's certain reasons. There's a lot of things I won't say on here because, well, for certain reasons, not because my reasons, but other people's reasons, other people's. So basically, I want to break it down. I want to break it down, you know, from the time I was a little kid. There was a lot of favoritisms. There was a lot of, but honestly, you know, not everybody is perfect. Not everybody's family's perfect. Not everybody, I've tried to do the best I can do with my kids, my immediate family. Uh, so Kim and my kids, I try to do the best of my job off of my own parents' mistakes. But I make mistakes too. Who doesn't? In life, not everybody's perfect. So I'm gonna I talked to a couple people. And I got permission to use them as an example, to use their names as an example, and they're gonna come up later on or back and forth with your story. So the reason why I was debating on saying this, only to save, uh, well, I was debating on saying this, so I'm not going to say no names. There's a couple people I am going to say. There's a couple people on my side of the family I am going to say, put out there. But for the most part, I'm not going to put certain people out there, but I'm going to talk about them. And I did get permission to use a couple people for examples that I consider family. And that's one thing, blood makes you related. They say blood's thicker than water. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Blood is thicker than water. But when you break it down, hey, still waters run deep. And water runs deeper than blood does, I'll tell you that. So with that said, let me get into, I'm just going to, get into it. As I was growing up, we had our ups and downs. I had and I'm not saying I had the hardest life. I'm not saying I had the easiest life. I just had a life. And growing up, I had my times. I had my times. I had a lot of resentment. I had a lot of anger issues. I shouldn't say anger issues because I never let it affect me into anger. But I honestly, as a kid, I made the best of what I had, and I didn't have much. I am not saying I didn't. I was blessed to have what I did have. So I want to take it back. So I'm not going to take it back too far, but I want to take it back a little bit because of this Thanksgiving. So I want to take it back a little bit further. So with my nephew and nieces, right, on my side of the family, I was always there for them. I was always there for them. Whenever they called me, I was there. Whenever they needed me, I was there. And unfortunately, a nephew of mine got married up in Oregon, and I wasn't invited. And it was during this whole COVID stuff, and not gonna lie, certain family members was invited, and I knew they were invited, but they didn't tell me they were invited. So I decided to call a couple of my family members. One would not answer the phone at all whatsoever. I was blowing this person up. Didn't answer my call. So I started blowing another person up that I knew that was there. And they finally picked up. I was like, hey, what's that in the background? Oh, well, I'm just at home and this person's in the garage playing music. Oh, okay. Flat out lied to me, which ain't the first time. As a matter of fact, let me take it back to and this person don't understand, don't get it, but I'm gonna take it back to when my first son passed away. This person took days off on people's birthdays, on graduations, because at that time this person ran their own work pretty much. So my first son passed away. I called this person up like at 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 a.m. Oh, I'll be there after this. I'll be there. All right, but I'm letting you know my son's passing away. So I had friends show up. I had people on, everybody on Kim's side of the family showed up, called in sick. My aunt, my uncle called in sick to be there. Well, I kept calling this person. I'll be there after this. So it came where the hospice lady said, you know what, it's time we have to take your son. His body's gonna start changing. Within half an hour, I would call the coroner. The coroner's on the way to pick up your son. His body's gonna start changing. So all right, so we pretty much didn't have no choice. We want to see his body change. So about 4 hours later, this person shows up, and remind you, I was towards the back of the house or inside the house, I don't remember. And this person walks up to Kim, and Kim went to go, give this person a hug, and this person puts their hand out and said, no, you did this. You did this. You didn't feed him right. You didn't, this is your fault. Come on. Our son just passed away. That's the last thing you're going to tell a grieving mother. So at that point forward, I didn't want to talk to this person at all. But then again, I was used to this person not being in my life. So I didn't want to talk to this person whatsoever. But Kim and my mother-in-law talked me into talking to this person. Well, kind of find out this person, after losing our son, found out was going behind my back and would try to take custody of my other son. This person was never there for me. Why in the hell they want custody of my other son? So anyways, just a little sample of what I'm giving to bring you up to date to today. Like I said, I'm not going to say everything. So anyways, my second son, when he passed away, same thing, but this time they were there. They were there in the hospital, happened at the hospital, the children's hospital in the Bay Area. And Kim went to go talk to this person, and this person looks at Kim and tells Kim, again, you did this again? Again, you don't tell this to your grieving mother. So anyways, again, at that point, I was done. I didn't want nothing to do with this person. But again, Kim and my mother-in-law talked me to talk to this person again. So, certain things, I have throughout the years was able to fall back on this person on certain things, which I won't mention, and not due to, my embarrassment, not like that, just for out of respect for certain reasons. So my nephew, like I said, my nephew and my nieces on my side, I've always been there as much as I could. But as you know, I started having kids and I was working a lot of hours. And a certain one of my nephews and nieces I never was able to get too close to because I was working a lot of hours. Then I hurt my back. And during the time I hurt my back, um, they took it away from their parents. And for me to get them out of where they were at, I had to get a bigger house. That's what I was told. So we were trying everything we could to get a bigger house. But remind you, at this time I had hurt my back, so I wasn't able to work. So, they were able to go back to their parents, and then that's when I was able to get my bigger house. But other than that, my two older nephews, they would call me, whenever they needed me. I was there. I was always there. Well, when it came down to one of my nephews getting married, he flat out didn't invite me. And I'm not gonna lie, I never let nothing hurt my feelings, never. But it does piss me off, and I got pissed off. I called him on it, and he told me, this whole COVID stuff, we had to change. We had people coming in and out, and the ones that did go, this person's boyfriend, I didn't even want him there. I really don't like him, but they insisted that this person, the boyfriend, went, and I really wanted to invite you, but so you know what? It is what it is. I believed him, but the fact that one completely ignored my calls and the other one completely lied to me when I knew for a fact right where this person was at. This person was at the wedding. Flat out lied to me. And that's what pissed me off. So I'm one that always confront the situation on the spot. And I wind up looking like the bad guy. But then again, I've always been the black sheep of the family. So I'm to the point where I'm done confronting it. I wasn't going to make this video. I was really contemplating on making this video or even having it uploaded. But I want to do it. I want to do it just because I have to prove my point and make my point and let people know, hey, never, never, never let anything get between your loved ones. If you love a person, rock with them. So, and I want to get with that more. I want to get deeper into that right now. So come to find out, okay. So I want to go back. I want to bring it up a little bit. So during the time of my incident, when I got hit by a drunk driver, when I wasn't supposed to live, okay. I had the house was full with friends and family. A lot of families that didn't rock with me before my incident. And I want to say this now, I want to say this towards the end. If you don't rock with me now, don't rock with me after I go. If I happen to go before anybody else and you didn't rock with me now, hey, plain and simple, I told my immediate family, hey, they don't rock with me now. I don't want them to show up to show respects all of a sudden, at my funeral. No, hell no. You can bounce up. But so during the time I was in the hospital, my mom, my dad were there. Of course, my family, my kids and Kim, they were there 24/7. My dad and my mom was there during visiting hours. But other part, really didn't go. I think they went 1 or 2 days and that was it. Now, I remember after I got back, there was a comment on my Facebook, and here we go. Now he calls me a big bro. Okay, I never call him little bro because I don't look at him as a little brother. I look at him as my brother, my equal. And these two people I want to bring up because they live quite a distance. And my god brother. So Victor stays out by closer in Sacramento, closer towards Davis. So about 2.5 hours from me. And I remind you, he went to go visit me pretty much almost every night, even though he was working construction. He was working long hours. He had to go to work early in the morning, get out late, and he would show up. And he would show up almost every night where the security and the nurses already knew he was coming. And they allowed him, even if it wasn't visiting hours, they allowed him in. And which is funny when, I had these other family members not even showing up. And my god brother, which I know him since birth, so actually I know him since I can even remember. And I mentioned these two because my god brother stays about 4 to 6 hours away from me. And honestly, he visits me more than my own family does. And so does Victor. And he stays like 2.5 hours from me. They visit me more than my own family does, than my own blood family does. So that's why I said, water runs deeper than blood. Blood may be thicker, but water runs deep. Still water, no, plain and simple. And that's the truth. And that's why, I'm so glad that, my kids are, they got that sibling love, but you know what? They're close. And I hope that bond never breaks. But, and I mentioned this because we're going to bring it back till today's time. Okay. So going back to Victor, right? Loyal, family loyal makes you family. Loyalty makes family. Now going back to Victor, after I came home, he had commented on my Facebook, and one of my family members posted something. Well, you don't have the right to say this. Yeah, he has every right to say this, but I wanted deleting that comment, and because hey, he's been there more for me than this person has. My own blood, my own family, that I was always there for. On a split of how you say it, on a split of a dime or a spot of a dime or whatever you call it. But yet they're nowhere to be around now. So yeah, to this day, Victor's, visit me more than my own blood family does. And he stays just as far as they do, if not maybe even a little further. My god brother, Robert, another one, loyal to the bone since day one. My flat out brother, he's my god brother, but he's flat out my brother. I'm closer to him than my own family. But while, of course I got my kids. And he stays 6 hours away. But I gave either one of them a call and boom, they're there. They're there on the spot. No questions asked. They're there, regardless of what the situation is. They're there as much as they can be. Rather, it's trying to help me with something financially, trying to help me with something physically that I can't do. And the reason why I mentioned them two, for one, I got permission, but for two is because one stays 2.5 hours away, another one stays 6 hours away. I got some other that I consider brothers that stay, here in town. But I'm not gonna mention them. Like I said, one of them, I'll bring up when my sons were passing away. He flat out, I'll call him, and as soon as he hears the silence, he was there. He was there on the spot. That's why I'm always promoting. He's my brother. Plain and simple is my brother. That's why I always say, check out Eternal Light Tattoos, Rise and Grind Skateboard Shop, Por Vida Creations. So, anyways, Victor, that's my brother. He calls me a big bro, but I can't, find myself calling him little bro because I don't consider him a little bro. I consider him my brother, but we're equal. We're equal of age. I have a couple people, I call them nephews and nieces. They are there for me more than my own nephew and nieces. And that's sad to say, but like I say, hey, water runs deeper than blood for the most part in my life, anyways. And that's why I say, blood makes you related, but loyalty makes you family. Blood may be thicker than water, but water runs deeper than blood. And that's the truth in my life. That's the flat out truth, plain and simple. So come Thanksgiving, right? I text all my family members and my friends. And for the most part, 95% of the people hit me up. The ones that didn't hit me back up were, well, a week ago, I get a phone call from a certain family member. And usually most Thanksgiving, this family member comes and, we'll cook and, spend family time. And that's what I thought was going to happen. Well, I get a call about a week ago and say, I'm not going to go down there this Thanksgiving because, the kids are older. They're probably going to do their own things, which we were already planning on spending family time. At this time during this call, we were going to do nothing but watch the football game. We didn't have no Thanksgiving dinner. We don't have no refrigerator. So, but we did get blessed through, again, a friend of mine's that works in the office that I used to go work. I see this person every day. Now, this person works inside the office that one of my wife's job. And, this person blessed us for this Thanksgiving. So, which I want to come back to that in a minute. So I get a call and say, I'm not going to go this Thanksgiving. It's just going to be me, this person, only named like 1, 2, 3, 4 people, maybe 5 people. The 5th person was a maybe. They don't know where they're going to go with their other half. The 5th person is unpredictable where they're going to go. But other than that, this person's working. So they're going to come home. So I want to cook a small turkey. And this is what was told to me by this person. So I was like, okay, whatever. We're going to just stay home, kick it anyways. But if we would have known, Kim said, we got blessed with this, with $200 for Thanksgiving. I would have took the day off because they were offering VTO, voluntary time off, unpaid time off for Thanksgiving at her job. And she said, I would have took you if we would have known. But guess what? We didn't know. It was never told. And like always, there's been other times before that there was surprise family parties, surprise birthday parties that I was never told about with the same people. And every time I called them on it, of course, I looked like the bad guy and there was excuses. Well, I'm done confronting. I'm done, with that bullshit. I'm at the point where I'm done. I'm at the point where I don't think nobody can make me change my mind anymore of just cutting them off, period. But we'll see how the next week goes. But I'm at that point. I'm at that level. I'm at that straw where I'm done, plain and simple. So my nephew that stays in Oregon, that didn't invite me to his wedding, even though I was one that was there for him, idolized and praises this one person that I'd known for 46 years. And I know the part of this person that he doesn't know because of all the favoritism, all pretty much me raising myself as a kid. But he doesn't see that person. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn if he sees this or not. And I don't give a shit what he says about it. I know the truth and my lifestyle is way different than his. So, bottom line, I was lied to again. Why this person wasn't coming over for Thanksgiving, and I spent Thanksgiving watching football games. We were blessed, and we were also spent it with my grandkids. And I was told, "Hey, did this person or this person hit you up? Did they call you today?" No, neither one of them called me. Oh, okay. And I said, a text out, to my nephew, my two of my nephews, and no response. Well, kind of find out, uh, somebody was invited, but me and my kids weren't invited. So come to find out, Thanksgiving, my nephew came down from Oregon, him and his wife, his baby. My other nephews, nieces were invited, but me and my kids wasn't invited. Again, it was kept from me. I wasn't even told about it. So I was like, all right, again, not the first time. This is completely not the first time. And I know for a fact it won't be the last. But on my end, hoping for it, it's going to be the last time. Because I'm just done. I'm done of my hopes being up. And I'm not even saying, I was let down because I'm used to it. At this point, I'm flat out used to it, plain and simple. And I've been used to it for almost all my life. It's just, my mother-in-law, which is no longer here, beautiful lady, and Kim always kept me talking to certain people in my family. And this certain person in my family, I always wonder, I don't understand why, I said sorry, but it's not about saying sorry. It's about your actions that you're still doing to this day. For example, Thanksgiving, calling me a week ago, telling me, oh, it's just going to be me and this person are going to make a small turkey, small, dinner. This person will be working when they come home. She's going to be us. I'm not sure about the fifth person because I don't know if they're going to go with her. They have. Well, come to find out, my nephew came down. My other nephew and nieces all got together and they all went to this person's house and they had a dress up. They had a dress up. They had, a little theme party and so like, all right, again, we were left out. My kids were left out. And you know what? Now that I'm bringing this part out, let's go back. I want to take you back to Christmases. Okay, those nephews and nieces that showed up over there, they used to get brand new stuff, brand new clothes, and they were ungrateful. I remember them complaining saying, I don't like this clothes. I wish I would have just got money and I could buy my own clothes, or they would have took me if I could pick out my own clothes. While my kids were getting stuff that was given to them as hand-me-downs. My kids didn't give a shit. My kids, they're happy with anything. Just showing up and spending time, they're happy, plain and simple. But throughout the time, witnessing this, seeing this, they tend to push themselves away because they see everything that's going on. Yeah, they're kids, but as they were growing up, they seen this stuff going on. They seen firsthand witnesses. So as my nephew and nieces were getting brand new clothes, and the four younger ones, not the two older ones, but the four younger ones will complain about what they got. But yet they got brand new stuff. As my kids, my daughters, for example, got old used, I'm going to say it, they were clean, but they were old used underwears with bloody stains on them. So they threw them away. Come on now. You don't give. I mean, come on. You might as well just show up, spend time. They would have been happy, plain and simple. They didn't care about gifts. And to this day, they don't care about gifts. But don't give them old stained used underwears. And that pissed me off. And again, that pushed my kids away, seeing, their cousin getting new stuff, but they got used stuff, which they didn't care, but it's the fact that used certain things you don't give that's used, especially that's stained, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, this person called me today all of a sudden after I sent out a text to one of my nephews. Hey, what happened? Because he claimed when he comes down, he's gonna call me, he's gonna visit me, but he didn't even text me, let me know he was down. I heard nothing from him. I heard nothing about this gathering for Thanksgiving. I was flat out, me and my kids, my family was completely left out of it and not even told. And just like the wedding, where, oh, I'm at home. What's the music in the background? Oh, this person's in the garage playing music. Kind of same thing this last week. I was called, oh, I'm not going to go because, your kids are older. They're going to do their own thing. No, we have plans just kicking it right here at the house. And but no options, no invite, no nothing. Not even, oh, well, this person's coming over, this person's come over, and we're going to have Thanksgiving here. Not even that. I didn't even get that. It just flat out, oh, it's just going to be me, this person. We're going to have a little little turkey, just going to be us. Well, kind of find out, it was them plus all my nephew and nieces on my side of the family. Like I said, I'm closer to certain ones that I say are my nephews and nieces than I am to them. But then again, they also respect me and look up to me a lot more than they do. When I know my nephew and nieces on my side a lot longer, and I was there for them a lot more. So again, blood may be thicker, but water runs deeper. And that's the truth, plain and simple. And like I said, I was honestly debating on making this video or even uploading it since all day yesterday, even today. But it just bothered me so much, I had to get it out there. So, like when I was in the hospital, where were they? You know what I'm saying? My god brother, Bethel. Hey, he's there for me like no tomorrow. And he's 6 hours away. Victor, he's 2.5 hours away. He's been there for me like no tomorrow. And me and my god brother were about the same age. Victor, he's younger, but I look at him as my brother, but not as a younger brother, because he's my equal. Regardless, he's my equal. That's one thing I've always been. He was always been my equal, unless showing me different. But like I said, loyalty makes you family. Blood only makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. And I got some other cousins that's, been the black sheep of the family that would completely agree with me. And we always stuck together. And, there's another thing that I want to say so bad on here that I won't say, but has to do with a family member. But with that said, if you're not rocking with me now, and if I happen to go before any one of my family members, don't show up to my funeral. Plain and simple. Don't show up, because I don't want you there. And my kids and Kim and whoever's loyal to me, my real family, they're going to tell you to bounce up. And that's on my order. Plain and simple. That's on my order. So don't show up and try to be fake and, oh, I love you and my respects, and nah, Charlie, that ain't gonna work. If you don't rock with me 100% now, or even 25%, hey, don't try to show up and rock with me when I'm under the ground, because that ain't gonna work. And that brings me up to my I have a event coming up December 3rd. And it's again a good friend of mine's, and he's gonna throw his dad's 70th birthday party. And like you said, hey, we got to get together now while my dad's still here, and throw something big for him now, and have everybody say something good while he's here, not after that time comes. And I completely respect that. And that's the way it should be. We should get together now that we're here not after we go. So after I go, the people that's not here for me now, hey, I don't want you there when I go. So with that said, I want to end it here. I want to end it here. I just had to get that off my chest. And I got my circle. I got my circles of people I consider family that are more loyal to me than my own blood family. That I love. I love like no tomorrow, and they love me back. And the reason why I use Victor and Beto, my god brother Beto, is because, for one, uh, they told me it was cool to use them, and the reason why is because they stay further than my family, but they visit me more than my family. When I was in the hospital, again, they stayed further than my family, but they visited me way more than my family did. And some of my family used the excuse, they were working or going to school. But for example, Beto stays 6 hours away, but he showed up. He works. Victor, he's working construction and long hours, construction hours, and that's no joke. But he was only going off 2 hours sleep both ways, and he would show up basically every night, where the guards knew him, the nurses knew him, and they'll let him in after visiting hours because they knew he was coming from 2.5 hours away. And he made a point to come and visit me. Hey, if that's not family, see, I don't know what is. Plain and simple. And he had no excuses. And he loved me like his brother, as I him. My god brother Beto, he's my brother in every sense of the way. I love him like my brother. He loves me like his brother. And hey, any phone calls, both ways. I'm there for him. He's there for me. Same thing with Victor. But like I'm using them because they, to prove a point, how distance shouldn't be a factor. How no matter how far you stay or what your excuse is, if you're gonna rock with me, plain and simple. No matter what your excuse is, they have the same excuses and they stay farther. So what's your excuse now? Plain and simple. And that's just, what, there's so much more I can say, so much more I could say, but I won't say. And yeah, certain members, certain families, I fall back on. And, but I won't bring that up for certain reasons. But no shame on my part, though. Yeah, we all need help. But other than that, that's the truth. You wonder why certain things is the way it is. Well, that's why. You wonder why I am the way I am. Look at my upbringing. And that's why. So miss me with all these excuses, miss me with all these bullshit lies, miss me with not inviting me, miss me with all this bullshit, because I'm at that point where I'm done. Plain and simple, I'm done. I'm happy with my family, my circle that I consider family, because I know damn well they'll be here the second I call them, with what they can, to the best that they can. Like I said, hey, Beto, stays 6 hours away. And he visits me more than my blood family does. 3 times, 4 times more than my blood family does. Victor, he stays 2.5 hours away. And they both work. They both got their families. They both got their kids. And, they're both struggling. They're both struggling financially. But they figure out a way to come and visit me regardless. Come and visit me, my kids. They figure out a way to come and visit and spend time with me. Where's my blood family at? Exactly. So with that said, I'm out. You guys, remember, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house, because you're not guaranteed to make it home. Be a blessing. Stay blessed. Happy holidays, you guys.